It was a wild game one at Oracle last night, and we're joined now by FS1 NBA analyst Chris Broussard. Welcome, Chris. Good morning.
Wonderful game.
Wonderful.
I can't believe it happened.
Chris, let's go to the end of regulation. How much is J.R. Smith to blame for the loss?
Look, that was obviously a horrible play. There's no defending it. It was terrible. J.R. probably should just come out and have admitted that he didn't know what the score was. But blame is the wrong word. He deserves no blame for that loss, other than if you want to say he didn't play well. There's no guarantee they were going to hit the shot. I mean, he could have stepped over one step to the right, used the rim against Durant, and laid it up. I think some of it is that nowadays players, when they get offensive rebounds, most of them aren't used to going back up. They're used to kicking it out for three. So there's all kinds.
He just cost them an opportunity to win the game.
That's all there is. I would put everybody's forgetting about George Hill, and I'm not going to kill him because you can miss a free throw, but he's an 80% foul shooter. You got to hit both of them. You know, I would put that number one to blame. Number two, I would even say the refs, and I'm not saying they cost the Cavs the game, but there were some bad calls. LeBron clean strip of Durant,
it was
foul.
clean. Yep.
Kevin Looney fouling LeBron, no call.
No foul. No foul.
It looked like a foul to me.
Yeah.
But then the overturn. Now, I'm not on the overturn call or the change call like everybody else because I feel like at the end of the day, it was a block.
It was.
Like they got it right. We can argue over should they even have been able to call it. I get that. But the fact is, I think they got the call right. And, you know, Cavs came down, took the lead, Golden State, you know, so stuff happened after that. But JR, I think what happened is after that play, the momentum was sapped.
Yes.
Right? Because if you're Cleveland, you know you're huge underdogs. You know you played 48 terrific minutes.
You did.
And you know you got some questionable calls from the refs. You missed the free throw. You blew some opportunities. So, you know, at the end of a 40-minute, 8-minute game, when you play it that well and you don't win, now you're thinking, we got to do it 5 more minutes. You know what I mean? Like, because you got no room for error with this team, with Golden State. And now it's like we erred. And so I think they were done and couldn't come back from it.
I agree. And the thing is that when you get Steph scores 0 points and Kevin Durant scores 2 points and you still lose by 10 in overtime, it just lets you know what they were up against. I thought another play, Skip, that we didn't talk about is that when LeBron got that 3-point play, he put them up by 2. Steph Curry breaks JR down and he gets to Kevin Love, just let him go. Just let him go and lay the ball up. Now you're tired.
He did.
Yep.
Kevin Love, you're not.
Silly.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Because I'm like, guard the 3-point line. If you get a layup, okay.
You kind of slap him in the face.
He either got to hammer him so he don't score or.
Exactly. And I agree with you. All of this is not on JR, and I saw it again. JR told LeBron, I thought we were ahead. That's what he said as he's walking up the court. And LeBron was like, if 20 million people weren't watching and another 20,000 in the arena, I'll slap the taste out your mouth. But, woo, I know
that's
LeBron
what he was thinking, that's for sure.
I know LeBron's blood was boiling. It was a situation, Skip, is that as well as they played, as well as LeBron played, controlled the tempo. Chris, they're taking shots with 5 seconds on the clock because you want to limit as many possessions as you possibly can to Golden State. You start letting them get 95, 100, 105 possessions, you're asking for trouble. You're asking for them to get somewhere around 130 points in regulation. And Cleveland cannot get there with that roster. But, JR, you're going to have to wear this one. George Hill, you're going to have to wear this one. Like I said, you know, free throw guys, Kevin Durant missed a free throw, and he's a lot better free throw shooter than George Hill. But, JR, I don't know what you were thinking. I don't know why. I mean, you at the line. I mean, normally guys, they look at the board, okay, tie ball game. Okay, okay, we're down 1.
Yeah,
dude. And you're a guard.
If you knew this was going to happen and you had to guess which player
I told him this to start the show. I would pick that guy.
Exactly.
JR would be number 1. JaVale McGee would be number 2.
Listen,
and that's saying something.
I know JR, and I like JR a lot. He has a good heart. He can be a little knuckleheaded, and his concentration comes and it goes.
Yes.
And he has shooter's amnesia, which is great, but he also has game amnesia, which is disastrous
Yes.
in this moment. And he was the worst player to snatch the basketball in the middle of the lane, because the guy who could have been who was on the hook to be the lowercase go to the game to get the bulk of the blame was Kevin Durant for not boxing him out and for missing that other free throw.
That rebound if you're Durant.
If JR grabs it and knows the score, and let's just say, for sake of argument, because his nature would be just to go right back up with it and shoot a little fall away floater in 6-7 feet in the lane. What if he makes that shot with 3 seconds left, 2 seconds left, and it wins the game? Kevin Durant is on the hook, man.
Oh,
you didn't box him out, and you missed that free throw down there?
Skip, if you look at this replay, JR could have literally got the ball and went right back up to the right-hand side.
He might have. I think Kevin would have loomed over him.
It would have been a tough shot
Yeah,
if
but
Durant was there.
Because think about he gets the ball, and Kevin Durant is thinking he's about to shoot it. So all he has to do is just dip up under him and go to the right and let the ball up.
You can do all sorts. I mean, you can pump fake.
Yeah.
You can take one dribble
Could you get to the
right.
free throw line?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Maybe?
I mean, there's so much you could.
Okay, now this is like second level, but I was hoping in the flash point of the moment that he just looked to kick to either Corver or LeBron, because LeBron had a hot hand, and just kick it, let him have. This would be a buzzer shot, wide open for somebody.
The reason
right?
why he didn't pass it to LeBron, Skip, is that he thought they were ahead.
Well,
He's like,
I'm just saying.
he's like, he said it. Somebody fouled me. So that's why he wouldn't pass it, because in any other situation, you and I both know they're looking to get the ball to LeBron. And because he thought they were ahead, why do I need to pass it to LeBron? I can just hold on to the ball. That's going to take an extra couple of seconds. They come foul me. I hit it, and the ball game's over. But you were tied.
So, Chris Broussard, what did I tell you when I passed you in the hall yesterday?
You said
I said Cleveland's going to win. I said it on the air. Cleveland's going to win. I thought it was right there for the taking. It's stealing the game. You're going to have to go steal it from a team that's kind of reeling out of the Houston series. Might not take you quite seriously enough. Game one was the one to steal with no Iguodala as the primary defender on LeBron, and also the point forward who always settles their offense down, especially under fire in the fourth quarter. Boom. You're right there. You got it. It's silver platter for you to close the deal. So here's where we parted ways. And you can say I'm picking nits if you want. But LeBron James had the hottest hand I've ever seen him have, certainly in a game of magnitude. He was crazy hot from distance. You know and I know there were days back in 2013 and 14 when Greg Popovich would wave Spurs off and just let him shoot those shots. Just make him drive the basketball. But last night, he was more lethal, or at least as lethal from distance as he was attacking. So I'm thinking, with 7 seconds left, he gets the switch he wants. They're not doubling him. He's got 6'3" Steph Curry on him. You have little to no respect for Steph as a defender. He can be a liability on defense. So I am fully expecting, and I am for once rooting for the king. I want him to go straight up and shoot the basketball, because that's my best shot to win the game that I picked Cleveland to win. But what does he do? He makes the quote-unquote right basketball play to a guy that this is not 20/20 hindsight. I first guessed this. I don't love George Hill because he was with my Spurs for 3 sort of down years with the Spurs. And there was a reason they got rid of him and actually traded him in the greatest steal in maybe modern history, right? Straight up for Kawhi Leonard, at least for that pick.
Huge.
And George Hill's not that guy. If I'm LeBron and I'm better than Michael Jeffrey Jordan, I'm going to shoot the shot. I need LeBron to make it happen. One way, either drive it or go up and shoot it or try to get to the free throw line. Whatever you're going to do, I don't want George Hill. I don't even want him trying to shoot a layup. I don't even trust that.
Chris.
I know this guy. He's not that guy. Do you want the game in George Hill's hands or in LeBron's hands? I want LeBron to
It was in LeBron's hands.
I get what you're saying, because obviously I'm thinking the same thing. You probably were too. Okay, he's going to take Steph somehow or go up on him. And I think he would have. But that pass, that was an excellent pass.
Okay, I got it.
Like Hill, if Clay doesn't grab him, Hill's got a layup.
But you have to remember whom you're passing to.
But here's the thing.
He can't make a layup?
You brought up Michael Jeffrey. We know, I mean, we obviously Kerr, Paxson. But even, it was a regular season game, but the double nickel. He goes to the hole and gives it to Bill Whittington. Was it Whittington or Purdue? Whichever one. One of those. But
Yeah.
Either one of them was not a great
Okay,
player.
but
So
both of those plays were called in the huddle where he says, if they double me, I'm kicking it, and you're going to make. He told Steve Kerr, you're going to make this
but
shot.
either way, Skip, you're still putting it in someone else's hands.
Okay, but was he doubled at the top? No, he was not. It was just.
But that was a better pass. That was a better pass than Kerr or Paxson received because it's a layup. And then you got an 80% shooter at the line. I mean, look, I get what you're saying because when he first threw it, I was like, why didn't he shoot it? But then I saw the situation, how wide open Hill was, and I was like, wow, that was a tremendous
But if you go
play.
back and watch the wide view, you'll see Draymond here, and you'll see Kevin Durant, both of them at the free throw line. So if he tries to drive the ball,
you couldn't drive.
he wasn't.
Okay,
and LeBron is not pulling up.
I
You wanna
I
jump.
understand, only because he has exercised some of his demons in late game situations. He's made 2 buzzer beaters in these playoffs.
But there's a
Shoot
difference, Skip, too, and you'll admit that you can see when the guy's got the yips or just doesn't want it. This wasn't, I don't want the shot. This is a great basketball play. And
You know,
there's a difference there.
the smart play was by Klay Thompson because that saved the game.
that was a very smart play.
Just grab him.
That's what you always should do. You should always make the guy go to the free throw line. I ain't giving you no layup. You gonna go to make
Listen,
these.
I was shocked George Hill made the first free throw. I was, because that's the one.
He looked scared when he stepped to that line.
Heck yes,
he did not look
He's
that
not
good.
that guy.
LeBron wanted Clay to follow George Hill through, and he was going to throw the 3 ball in the corner to Kyle Korver in the short porch.
He was going to do that move again?
That's what he was going to do.
Yikes.
That's what he was going to do.
Okay.
It was
Clay, that was a heck of a move, Clay.
I tell you what, though, watching that. That was a GOAT-like performance.
0 for 4 and over.
It won't be remembered
He looked
as
like
such.
a man
That's
amongst boys,
unfortunate.
man.
Chris,
That
thanks
was
for joining us.
unbelievable.
Will the Warriors sweep the Cavs? We'll discuss that with Rob Parker next.
Go.